Namaste, my beautiful queens. This is one of my videos which I call crucial, extremely important, saving lives, and those which unfortunately get only several hundred of you watching it, but those several hundreds of you who watch it, at least 2-3 of you probably would take it into your hearts, apply it, and change something in your lives. And by changing your lives and making yourself shine, you will also be able to change the life of other people. So today's subject is why I let him in my life. We keep on speaking about destructive relationship, and somehow many of you think that these things don't happen to me. Though those happen to other women, to someone out there, but that would not happen to me. It happens to women of all nationalities, all upbringings, all levels of education, so on, and so on. So this is very important, several subjects I want to discuss. Why I let him in my life, what caused this to happen to you, who caused it, why it was caused, what you can do about it, what excuses you give to yourself, what excuses you give to him, how you keep on staying, and why also you will understand why some women staying in toxic, destructive relationship. I have already explained a crucially important information which called adrenaline endorphin dependency, that the man becomes a drug dealer and becomes a drug himself. So no matter how much pain he causes, still women stay because of adrenaline endorphin dependency. Please watch a video. I will put a link under this video explaining this phenomenon. But here I will explain several other things, including this excuse, but I love him. Why I let him in my life, why you have to understand it. For those of you who had the courage to leave this relationship so this doesn't happen to you again. So what causes those type of things happening to all kinds of women? Of course, I don't know if you see it well. Fears. It's your subconscious mainly what causes it. It's not your consciousness, it's your subconscious. What's in your subconscious? Fear. Lots and tons of fear. Ignoring the red flags, you just see them. You know, the first impression of a person you meet is the right one, believe it or not. Before your mind starts to analyze anything at all, your body, your all physical and unphysical level already knows should you run away from this person or should you stay there. Your body instantly lets you know. It's a heartbeat, it's this hot, cold flashes, it's suddenly the world disappears. All those signs which people take as the first love at the first sign, this actually your body warning you, freeze, run, fight. Please click the video underneath this video so you understand what I'm talking about. So you are ignoring your body reactions. Your body does react to possible threat. It can not necessarily is a physical, because manipulator and the methods of manipulation he uses, those methods, it's an abuse. Psychological manipulation is also abuse. This is what you must understand. It causes anxiety, depression, anorexia, bulimia, sadness, panic attacks, and all kinds of physical illnesses too. You have to understand that their psychological abuse is no less than physical. It's also abuse. So your body, you ignore the body reactions to a certain person. This is why it's also happened. Destructive programs in you, unfortunately, traumas. Please understand that the model of the family you had growing up with could be getting destructive program. For example, your father was suppressing your mother constantly. Your mother would just keep numb and just sacrifice herself in the name of so-called family, children, so on. So you growing up subconsciously thinking that this is the model of behavior you're supposed to follow. These are childhood trauma. So please pay attention to that. And at the same time, if your father, for example, was absent all the time, or you did not have a father ever in your life, then what happens? You tend to get in relationship with someone who is never there. Maybe he's on another part of the world, or he's constantly absent. So the model of your childhood, unfortunately, the wounds, the traumas play crucial role in your now relationship. So this is why you need to pay attention to those traumas and heal those childhood wounds and traumas, because they influence your relationship. So destructive programming traumas. Now, another issue, another problem why you get into relationships like this, why you stay in relationship like this. What will people say? Okay? So you sacrifice your life. What would relatives say? What would people say? You sacrifice your life in your attempts to satisfy people. Seriously, girls, think about it. This is terrifying. Low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. This is what I keep on screaming. Self-love, self-value, self-respect. If you don't have any, your mama never explained you this. No one never explained you this. We are living in a time when you have information on your fingertips. It's a shame, okay, not to get access to that information when you just can press your fingers on your phone. It's 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I had to go to the library at 10 a.m. in the morning and leave it when it was closing, 8 p.m. in the evening. Now, not to access information which is there, and nowadays you don't even have to read books. You just have all these videos like Gaia.com, like this amazing channel of Dr. Ramani, and all kinds of YouTube channel teaching you how to rise self-esteem, how to cultivate self-value, how to heal childhood traumas, you have all the tools out there, and not to take responsibility for your own life, for your own happiness. Girls, there is no excuses for that. You must understand, no one comes and do this, this or this with the hands, and the beast, manipulator, abuser you're living with is gonna turn into an angel. Or no one's gonna do this and heal all your wounds and traumas. I wish it was possible. It's up to you to do. Up to you to do. Up to you to put yourself on pedestal. Put yourself on pedestal than everybody else. So, of course, low self-esteem. You have to understand, please, this thing. You have to write it on the wall. The longer you are in a toxic, destructive relationship, the lower your self-esteem, the lower your self-love, the lower your self-value, the lower your self-respect. The longer you are with the manipulator, narcissist manipulator, all kinds of manipulator, the longer you are under psychological abuse, devalue, disrespect, blaming, and so on, gaslighting, so on, closer, further, hot, cold, in, out, all these methods of manipulation. The longer you are in destructive relationship, the lower your self-esteem is going to be. So if you are in destructive relationship, what makes you or holds you in beside adrenaline, endorphin, dependency? Again, you can click the link under this video to read about it. You see, all these videos, I am working against myself. Because the more powerful you are, the less you're going to be needing these card spreads from me. But this is my actual job of a twin flame. As a twin flame, this is my true job. To make you believe that you deserve the best, that you are unique, best shining creature. To make you see, to help you see, you must never allow nobody bring you down. This is my job as a twin flame. This is what twin flames are supposed to do and do. So, what makes you, or why you stay in destructive relationship? Fears. I am afraid to be alone. I hear it all the time. I am afraid to be alone. I can't imagine how good is this of an excuse. I am afraid to be alone, but I better be shaking and walking on the eggshells and being afraid to breathe around a manipulator, psychopath, abuser, but not to be alone. Like you don't want to do whatever you want to do, read when you want to read, walk in the park when you walk in the park, and not to be constantly scared that everything you do, everything you say, everything you love, everything you think is wrong. It's better than, and I don't get it. I am afraid to be alone. Number 2, fear of what people would say. This is especially in certain countries, marriages with narcissists, psychopaths, abuser. What would people say? So because Auntie Jane is gonna tell Auntie Patricia, can you believe it? She divorced this wonderful man. Because you have to, many of you know that narcissist, covert narcissist, and the so-called textbook narcissist, grandiose narcissist, is the type which the whole world consider pretty much saint, but only you behind the closed door know the reality of it. So you staying with a grandiose narcissist, abuser, psychological abuser, because you're afraid what Auntie Jane is gonna tell to Aunt Patricia. Or what neighbors say to another neighbor. You sacrifice your life. You sacrifice your talents. You sacrifice your gifts. You sacrifice everything because of what your aunties, your friends, your co-workers, the family member is going to say? Huh? Are you serious? Next. To be rejected by, again, some society group. Oh, she's not around. Now you are this, I don't know, celebrity wife. Let's imagine this. Your husband is a celebrity surgeon, I know, celebrity politician, celebrity whoever celebrity he is. So you as his wife have a certain status, and of course probably, as everyone believes that he is an absolute shining knight in a shining armor, everyone envies you, everyone wants to be at your place, so you get a specific status as a wife of this man. For example, this is the politician, the surgeon, the, I don't know, pop star or wherever, some type of a star. You are his wife, so you get a certain status as his wife. You only have status in society because you are his wife, and how he made it happen, and without him you don't have a status of his wife, so you can be staying in destructive, horrific relationship in order to keep the status. But there is a very important thing I have to explain you. Grandiose narcissist, For him, his position and his position in society and opinion about him of society is grandiose importance, of course, as he is a grandiose narcissist. And to him, you are a part of image. So his wife is the part of image in society. So even when what happens very often, even a wife says, you know what, bye, I want to be free, you know what, stay in your grandioseness and I'm just gonna be gone. What happens, especially let's imagine they've been married like over 10 years, maybe more. So now if she's gone, a grandiose loses his certain image. For example, society thinks that he's the best husband this multiverse ever created in the last 10 million years. And if a wife leaves him, then of course he would have to face the changing of even a group of society about his opinion. So opinion about him. Two things he does. If she stays very strong and does leave him, it depends if he has any values left in him. I saw some of them turning her into, he talks about her that she, you know, she's psychologically unstable, or she left him. So he turns himself into a victim of this evil woman who didn't appreciate him, and then she left him. So this way society turns against her, because grandiose narcissists, so on, for him the opinion of society about him is the most important thing under the sun which exists in reality. So of course if she leaves, he can play a role of a victim of she left him. And then this way society turns against her. So this is why he keeps on. Another scenario, he convinces her to stay. Sometimes they even divorce. In reality, they're on papers, they're not husband and wife anymore, so they live separate lives. But he convinces her that, you know what, let's keep on playing this perfect family couple, because for my image it's very important, and it's important for your image as well. So she stays, and in the front of the world they're playing this perfect couple, because he convinces her to stay, not because he loves her, because it's important for his image, and also he convinces her it's important for her image as well. So very often this one stays because she is afraid to be rejected by society. Society is gonna turn against her, or some circles of society not gonna accept her anymore, because they gonna think she left such a perfect guy or something else. So pay attention if you are in that category. Next, at my age I will find nobody. Again, I am afraid of being alone. Again, my question is it better to be with the beast than to be alone? Now, fear of changes, of course. You have your house, you have your bedroom right here, you have your thing right here. Fear of changes. Again, my question is it worse off living every single second in a nightmare than of changes? I guess changes would be better. So you stay. So you stay in destructive relationship, and a player keeps on playing. You have to understand that the player will keep on playing always. He's not gonna miraculously stop playing. One day he's gonna keep on playing. Now, these are excuses you give to yourself. Please pay attention, and please watch this video a couple times so you get it. Excuses you give to yourself. I love him. Please exclude love from here. This is no love. This is codependency, adrenaline, endorphin dependency, but this is no love. If you suffer constantly, this is no love. Number two, this is excuses you give to yourself, okay? I have nowhere to go. Again, is it good enough thing to say to yourself, but keep on being slowly destroyed? He provides. I heard that too. He provides for me and children. Yes, I've lived 14 years, and I've had, I already have diabetes, heart problems, and the beginning study of cancer, but he provides, you know. Is that good enough excuse to be destroyed? Everyone lives just like that, you know. You meet your girlfriends and they all tell you that they are living pretty much the same, so you tell to yourself, well, everyone lives just like that, so there is nowhere to go, or there is nothing I can do. For kids, horrible excuse. Absolutely the worst excuse, because miserable, unhappy mother, miserable, unhappy child. Child reads, children are psychics. They read off of the mother without realizing what it is. And they grow up and they will repeat your destiny because it's going to be in their subconscious just like it is in yours. I know deep inside he loves me. The biggest bullshit I've seen in my life, but I've seen it in last 20 years. Deep inside, I know he's good. Really, he hurts you constantly, destroys you constantly, humiliates you constantly, devalues you constantly. But I know deep inside he doesn't mean it. Oh, really? Are you serious? He doesn't mean it. Many of you give him excuse of his mama beating him or his father beating him. It could be true, but he is not that beaten up little boy anymore. And it doesn't give him the right to destroy and beaten up you. Next. Why? Okay, this I already did. Nowhere to go. So, I already did this one. My little notes. I am too old to change anything. You already said it. I depend on him. Even if you depend on him, start doing something. Take baby steps so you don't depend on him anymore. Nowhere to go. So on, so on, so on, so on. Please don't put love in this, because many of you being with a total beast, total nightmare, total monster. Give me this, but I do, but I love him. Please don't put love into this. Love creates, not distracts. Love brings positive emotions. Can you get it already? Not negative. Love is care. Love is respect. Now repeat respect 10 times. Some people say it's care. I say respect. The one who respects you will care and will have compassion. Respect, 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 respect. Trust and compassion. This is love. This is love. What tortures you and turns you into a slave cannot be love. Just write it with a permanent marker on your refrigerator. What tortures you and turns you into a slave cannot be love. It is manipulation. It is dependency, codependency, psychological abuse. But please don't call a life in pain, a life when you tortured, constantly hurt, humiliated, and abused. Please don't use the sacred word love here. Please don't use this word here. Understand that love has nothing to do with it. What hurts you, distracts you, destroys you, might be out of your life. It will never end any good. What hurts you, distracts you, destroys you, might be out of your life. The most crucial mistake, I call it criminal, Keep on giving him another chance after he hurt you. Some of you give him multiple chances after he multiple times hurt you, girls. Take the word respect, cut it out of red letters and put it at the wall and constantly look at this word. Do everything you do, asking yourself, do I respect myself now? And look at everything he does to you from the point of view of the word respect. Is this respect? What he tells me now, is this respectful? What he does to me now, is this respectful? Is it done with respect? Make the word respect the most important word in your life. The most crucial mistake, keep on giving him another chance after he hurt you so he can do it again. Stop finding excuses for him. Just stop. Stop. Especially, some of you get into this lately. Because some of you got a little bits of information about narcissist. Narcissism is caused by inner trauma, childhood trauma. So you wrote yourself the word I am a savior, you put it on you made yourself a t-shirt with it, and you're trying to save an abuser. No, you're not going to save him. You're going to be destroyed yourself. Many of you give me this excuse of his past. His first girlfriend dumped him. His mama was, alcoholic and left him. His father beaten him. It was in his childhood. He is 57-year-old dude now. You cannot give him an excuse of humiliating you because he was beaten up when he was 6. Or he was cheated on when he was 16. His traumas, insecurities, and issues must not excuse him for hurting you and devalue you, disrespect you, humiliate you, abuse you. Stop giving him excuses. Fight for your freedom. If man constantly hurts you, this man does not love you. Let me repeat it again. If a man constantly hurts you, this man does not love you. If the man constantly disrespects you, this man does not love you. If a man constantly cheats on you, this man does not love you. If a man constantly lies to you, this man does not love you, constantly blames you. This man does not love you. Why? It is so hard to get. Yes, adrenaline dependency, adrenaline codependency, psychological dependency. The more you are being manipulated, the more you become dependent on a torturer. Stockholm syndrome. Fight for your freedom. The more you stay in toxic, destructive relationship, the lower your self-esteem, the more you fall apart, fall to pieces. One of the last stages of being in destructive, toxic relationship is suicidal thoughts. Please, if you get those thoughts, please get help. There are tons of help. There is free psychological help. You can Google it. Lots of those lines of helping people. But this is like the last stage. When you start getting the thoughts, I'm worthless, I am useless, I am good for nothing, I am piece of shit, I hate myself, I hate myself, I hate myself. This is already pre-last stage before you start feeling suicidal. This is already you got completely destroyed by abuser, manipulator, narcissist, psychopath. Please watch videos of Dr. Ramani. I'm going to click it underneath here. Please watch a video about adrenaline endorphin dependency. Please watch video how to get out of destructive relationship. Please watch other videos, tons of videos on YouTube. It is up to you to become free. It is up to you. You must take steps. You cannot change him. Even if you give him 120 chances, he's going to keep on hurting 120 more times. Fight for your freedom. Put yourself as a pedestal. Number one in your life must be you. Not even family, not children, not him, you. You know why? It has nothing to do with narcissism. Absolutely not. When you put yourself on pedestal, and for most important thing in your life is you, you are in harmony with yourself, in harmony with the world. Manipulator has 0 chances with you. 0. 0. You're not going to give him no chances. Then your children is going to take you as an example that I must be my first priority, my well-being, because happy mother, happy children, happy everyone around. Miserable, destroyed mother, miserable, destroyed child with wounds. He doesn't even know why he hates himself, but he already hates himself when he is a teenager because he reads it off of you. Put yourself number one. You are your biggest treasure. You are your biggest treasure. Treasure yourself. I hope someone heard me. Namaste.